September 19, 1940. Captain Lieutenant Bauer commanding U-137. I had hoped that after our previous patrol, the crew would be granted leave. They need it. On our return to port, I noticed men withdrawn, eyes distant, and tempers fraying. One nearly struck the cook today. Only Martel's intervention prevented a complete breakdown in discipline. But BDU sees things differently. We are to patrol sectors CG4 through CG8 off the coast of Portugal. Areas now crawling with British ships. My concern is not idle. I have ensured the boat is well stocked. Food, supplies, all the essentials, in case this mission stretches beyond expectation, or BDU demands more while we are at sea. Fortunately, our orders are to simply prioritize identification and reporting of enemy vessels, so that is what we will do. We will survive, and return safely to port. Hello and welcome back to U-Boat aboard U-137. We are in the Northeast Atlantic today. We have left port several days ago, and our course takes us off the coast of Portugal, where we are to patrol sectors CG4 to CG8. I'll show you on the map where we are currently. We're right off the coast of Spain, and we're probably a day or so out from our patrol sector. The big issue is our discipline, as you can see. Look, check our fatigue, minus 22. So we don't really want to get in any tough situations on this patrol. I want to show you the journal and our orders specifically. Mission Number 8. Intelligence indicates heavy enemy naval activity where we're going. Remain vigilant and prioritize the identification and reporting of enemy vessels, not the sinking of them. Your expertise and judgment are crucial to the success of this mission. Remember, Captain, the safety of your crew is paramount. Exercise sound decision-making and always keep their well-being at the forefront of your actions. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly what BDU would like, which is to head down to this sector, patrol, and report enemy shipping. Now, we will engage other ships if they are likely unescorted, or maybe basically we're going to try and stay away from escorts. We're not going to engage anything that has escorts nearby. If we do happen to luck out and find a transport that's not escorted, we will attack. Otherwise, probably not, because this can quickly spiral out of control. Discipline. Now, I got music playing. We're playing cards to keep it up until we get there, but once we get in combat, that's going to reduce drastically and quickly. So that's our mission. Basically, it's just to survive this one. Once we get back, then we'll go on a vacation to reduce that fatigue. Everything else seems okay. So we'll continue towards our patrol destination. And then when we get there, we'll do our duty. September 20th now. It is about 8 p.m. at night. We have finally reached our patrol sector. Show you on the map. We're right here. And let's look at our discipline. It's down to 85%. It says we have an optional goal of sinking 10,000 tons. We'll see about that. I'm really concerned about the discipline. Even though we're playing cards, we're doing everything we can, it's still going down. So again, we're going to try and take it easy on this patrol. Luckily, we haven't run into any enemy ships at all, and we've been able to stay on the surface all the way down here. So I think we'll just go, let's go down and do a hydrophone check. Let's do that. I'm going to stop and go down to, what's the depth here? About 3,000 meters, really? Okay. So 40, and when we come back up, we'll send off the radio message. But let's go down and take a reading. All right, Reineke, let's get you in the listening on the hydrophone. All right, it's been over 10 minutes, nothing so far. So let's go back up to go ahead to go to the surface, and we'll send off those messages, and then we'll, I guess, start patrolling. I think we'll stay near the coast. Let's patrol down to here, and then see if we can. We'll stop a couple times along the way and do a hydrophone check, and I'll come back if anything interesting happens. All right, we picked up 2 contacts. One's bearing about 300, something like that. Then we have another one over right there. That one seems closer. Bearing about 100, sort of. All right, yeah, one's bearing 99. One's bearing 303, so that's pretty close. This one says 30 to 50 kilometers, 50 to 80. This one looks like it's heading south. Speed medium. Speed medium. Let's see if we can move towards it and see what it is. I think this might be a warship or something because it's moving awfully fast. I don't see anything, but there's no way I'm going to catch up to this. It's pretty quick. So we're just going to continue our patrol. Let's continue in this direction. I could go up on the surface and try and catch it, but it's moving so quickly. I don't think I'm going to make it. So, yeah, we're going to continue on. All right, we spotted another one. It is, I think, about 10 to 20 nautical miles away from our position. I can see the smoke. I'll show you on the map where it is. It's right over here. We spotted it. Here's our position. And it was down in this area, CG 548 in that direction, and it's headed north. And we're continuing in this direction. We're going to see if we can see what this is here soon. All right, there she is, and she is definitely a freighter. And we are on an intercept course, and I don't think there's anything else around. We're going to go down. I'll scan the horizon. But I don't think there's anything else around. We'll also go down for another hydrophone check, just to make sure. But we probably won't even use a torpedo on this one. We'll just ask them to stop, and then I think we have a character. I think one of our officers, our engineers, is able to scuttle ships. We'll check, but I'm pretty sure. Yep, that looks like the only one. Let's slow it down just for a little bit. Go down to 40 knots. Let's put somebody on the hydrophone and check this out just to make sure. Yep, it appears to be the only contact in the area. So let's surface the boat and get going quickly so we can catch this merchant and sink it. I'm pretty sure it looked British to me. We'll take a look as soon as we get up there. Definitely British. All right, let's take it out. All right, we've went to alarm condition, but I don't see any guns on this freighter. She looks unarmed. We're going to take one last look around, make sure that nothing else is in the area. I don't think I saw anything else. All right, closing in on the Empire Breeze. Yeah, I did check, and Seagal has the ship engineer skill, so he can scuttle the ship. As soon as we get close, we will contact them and tell them to get off that ship. All right, let's slow down. And there we go. Let's interact with them and tell them, communicate that you intend to sink the ship. Let's stop and send a boarding party. And one of them has to be Seagal. He will go along. Let's send an officer as well, a command officer as well. Send Martel, and then a couple of soldiers, and let's go. All right, first to the deck house. Captain's office. And nobody here. Let's go to the engine room. And scuttle. And boy, she's going down fast. Alright, let's send the report that we sank the Empire Breeze. That's awesome. Didn't even need to use any torpedoes or guns. Let's hope we can find another one like that we can catch. And I guess we can interact with the two lifeboats. Let's see if there's any officers here. No, probably on the other one. Yep, we'll take you and you. Confirm, and then lifeboat 1. No, was it 2 that had all those sailors in it? No, it looks like it was lifeboat 1. Okay. Let's give them a little supply. All the veggies? No, we got the canned meat for them. We're going to give them 10. All right, let's leave. Let's take a look at the map, and we'll continue our patrol south. I'll head forward. Give Seagull a few more people to help him on the engines. September 21st, I don't remember if this is a different day or not. The days are all running together. And another contact, it is 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m., 20 to 30 kilometers, says medium speed and closing in. So this could be a response to the freighter we just sank. Maybe they're sending a warship to investigate. We're going to let it close in and see. Let's go back up to periscope depth and see if we can see anything. Says bearing 329. Let's get somebody. Let's have Bauer go take a nap. He got our correctness up to 110%. Great. Put Martel. Actually, Krantz is already there, so let's take a look. Bearing 329. Nothing so far. I don't see any smoke. We'll just keep watching. It's passing us, so we're changing course to see if we can intercept. It says 10 to 20 kilometers, bearing 15. Not sure if we're going to be able to see this. Yeah, I still don't... Oh, there we go. Smoke. All right, we'll close in carefully. Here's our position. 10 to 20 kilometers medium. Let's see if we can... Let's increase speed. It is moving on a northerly course, so we'll see if we can catch this one as well. I might go up to decks awash, just to see if I can get a clearer view. Let's do that. Since it's still more than 10 kilometers away. Another merchant ship. And it appears to be by itself. We're going to take a look around. Nothing on the horizon other than this merchant ship. God, I can't believe we're so lucky. Let's go ahead and send that in. Let's go ahead and surface full ahead so we can catch it. All right, we're close enough to interact. Let's talk to the captain of the Empire Comet and tell them you better get off the ship. After your crew sends the light signals that you are trying to sink the ship, there is no immediate reaction. And while you notice that the ship started to zigzag to avoid torpedoes, crew does not evacuate the freighter. Okay, well, should we gun it or should we torpedo it? Well, we only have this anti-aircraft gun, so I don't think that's going to be enough. I mean, we could try it maybe, but we're actually pretty darn close. So we're going to have to move away. Let's see if we can try them one more time. Actually, no, it won't let us. So, okay, well, torpedoes it is. All right, they really put on the speed. They're right in front of us. They're right here. But we can't seem to catch them. I mean, they're right in front of us again. I might be able to torpedo that. I'm not sure if that's possible. Maybe I can get behind them, and I don't know, that'd be kind of a hell of a shot if I can get that. Maybe we'll try maneuvering a little bit to their side over here and then shoot one at them. We'll see. I don't know. We're barely gaining on them. It is almost midnight. We'll continue. And if we have to, we'll just follow them until we can get close. Maybe we can use our guns to slow them down. That's what I think I'll try, actually. So let's get close to them and hit them with our deck gun. Well, we don't have a deck gun again. We just have this anti-aircraft gun. But maybe we could do a little damage and slow them down. Let's get Martel on the deck gun. Because we're getting close. All right, here we go. I'm not sure. What do we have in here? We have HE. Yeah, we can give it a little try. See if we can start a fire. Let's switch to AP. See if we can actually, we need to slow the ship down too. I'd like to get a little closer actually. Let's see if we can do that too. Oh, that's better. Not sure these are doing much. Switch back to HE. Ooh, I think we got something. Something's coming out of the funnel. Let's keep going. Got to slow down again. Ooh, looks like we might collide. Slow down. Get back on that gun. Let's switch back to AP. Since we're a little closer, maybe I can punch some holes into the hull. All right, it looks like the AP ammo that we put into the bow is starting to pay off. Let's put some. Switch back over. We've shot this freighter up significantly. And we might actually sink it with the anti-aircraft gun. But yeah, she's taking on water. Not sure how much longer she's got. We're going to dump a bunch more AP into her. The crew's evacuating the ship. I think we sank her. Did we ever... Let's see. No, let's get somebody on the radio. Ranicky? I think we sank her. Yep, she's going down. Let's stop the ship. All right, we're going to send out that the Empire Comet has been severely damaged. We're going to sink her in a bit. Let's, I wonder if we can send a crew over. Doesn't look like it. I don't know if it's sunk, though. Or if it's going to sink. It obviously hasn't yet. I thought I'd send a crew over to finish it up, but... Got any officers in there? We'll take you two, dummies. The rest of you can stay there, and guess what? No food. You should have came off the boat when you had the chance. I'm going to see if I can finish her off with the gun. Okay, there she goes. Finally going down. Sinking. Let's let BDU know that the Empire Comet has been sunk. All right, and let's see. Let's take a look at the map. That's 2 of them that we've sunk without torpedoes. I think from now on we'll just finish our patrol. I mean, if we run into another one, of course we'll sink it, but we're going to be extra careful now. How much more? We have quite a bit more area to cover inside the patrol zone, so we'll just start that now. We'll head down in this way. We'll just kind of go in a little box here. We'll do a few hydrophone checks along the way. Let's get Martel off that gun. Back to, well, we're going to put Max. Let's have him rest. Martel, same with you. Krantz, stay on the bridge. Seagal, you can sleep. Richter, get on the engines. We'll assign you some help. Koenig, you can go to sleep as well if there's enough beds. Oh, he's already asleep. Okay. That looks good. All right. All ahead. Half. And let's get out of here. September 22nd now. It's about 3 p.m. and we turned around. We got down to the bottom of our patrol sector, turned around. I did a hydrophone check, and we did come across something right there at 90 degrees. Right over here somewhere. I'm not sure what it is. It was a single ship, medium, heading north. So we're kind of tracking along with it, but also I'm going to move over here so we can get a little closer as we go north and see if we can find out what this is. We'll probably go down to Dexawash at some point so we don't get spotted. Actually, it looks like it's moving away. So let's do this and see if we can get a little closer. Well, there she is. We found another British. Yep, it's British. Another British freighter. All by itself, it appears. I will take another peek around just to be sure, because I don't want to attack if there is another ship nearby. And we'll do a hydrophone check as well. Yep, that's the only signal around that we can find. So let's go ahead and crank up the engine, speed, surface, and get an intercept course and go take care of this one as well. No reason to torpedo this one either, so we're going to pull up alongside and ask them kindly to evacuate. And we'll see what happens. They should do it this time, I'm sure. I think the last time they didn't because they thought they could get away in the dark. And they kind of they were almost successful. Not this time, though. Alright, let's send this report. Propeller noise detected. That was a while back. And I wonder if we're going to have... Well, nope. Thought we might have another one. Let's slow down. We will have another one once we sink them. Let's turn off the... Actually, turn off the alarm. We don't need to... Yeah, our discipline is... Let's see... -10 detected some fatigue, too much work from officers, neglected food prep. Oh, are we out of food? Hold on a sec. No. I'm not sure what they mean about that. Alright, let's talk to the freighter, communicate that we intend to sink her, and they have decided they are leaving the ship. Good. We don't have to, we don't have enough ammunition to destroy it. Of course, it is daytime, so we could easily torpedo it, but it would be nice if we could sink this one too without using any weapon. Well, there goes the lifeboats. Let's go ahead and send a team. Of course, we need to send Segal again. And Krantz. And a couple dudes. Alright, we're on the cargo ship deck. Let's go to the engine room. And scuttle without using explosives. And we'll return, and there she goes. Down quick. Empire Duke sunk. And... yeah, let's stop. And we'll pick up the captain, first officer. Give him a little food. They're probably in lifeboat 1. Nope. I always pick the wrong lifeboat. Not just... Yep. There we go. Confirm. And Lifeboat 1 will give them some supplies. All right. You're welcome. And let's be on our way. Full speed. All right, we've cleared the area and we have been presented the mission completed button. Click to return back to port. I didn't think we had patrolled 2,000 kilometers. Don't think so, but they're saying the mission's over, so I'm not going to tempt fate. We're going to go ahead and click this and go back to port. I'm again, our discipline is actually, well, when we sink ships, it goes up. But it's starting to go back down again. As you can see, the fatigue, too much work from officers. Yeah, we need to go back to port, which is exactly what we're going to do. All right, Maximilian gains points towards the Knight's Cross. Very good. What's next? He also has the, what is this? A U-boat war badge with diamonds. So I think that, oh, that's 8 war patrols, right? And we should have several of those coming out. Iron Class First Class for Isaac Martel. He also gains points towards the German Cross in gold. What else we got? Heinrich Seagull gets the war badge with diamonds. And most of my original crew does, I'm sure. Richter and Koenig. We sank the Empire Breeze. And then the Empire Comet. And then the Empire Duke. And then BDU said, okay, you can come home now. Excellent. There we go. Reach patrol area. It says we traveled 2,000. I don't think we did, though. When I saw that the Empire Duke, we still had some miles to go. But that's fine. We sank 12,000 tons. We were at sea 7 days. It says we did travel. So I don't know. Maybe I guess we did. Got a bunch of XP. Koenig leveled up. So we will get him a skill at some point, probably next time. And we'll find out what our next assignment is on the next episode. Thanks for joining me on this one. I will see you again next time.